Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back. This is Daily Trading Analysis with a quick market update for today, August 22nd. Today, the most important data that we got is initial jobless claims and continued jobless claims that came as expected, more or less, so nothing new on this. But more than that was these three data that we got at 9:45. The S&P Global Composite PMI, this is a flash for August, an estimate for this current month, but it is showing something concerning in the manufacturing side. On the services, we got a little bit higher than expected, but remember that we are not worried right now about inflation. We are worried about the economy and the slowdown that is happening, that maybe it's cooling down too much. So services being higher, it's, I think, a good point. Composite 54, a little bit higher. That's another check. But manufacturing 48 below 50 means contractionary, and we were expecting a flat reading in this. So being lower 48 and being below 50, it's quite concerning, because even though S&P Services PMI comes in higher than expected, manufacturing came weaker, and the report underlines weakness in the employment situation. So markets were actually digesting this, and they are battling between moving higher and taking some liquidity, or either just taking this opportunity to correct a little bit, to pull back even more, to gather more participation. I'm more in terms of going lower, because remember that yesterday, I'm going to link right now what I was talking about yesterday, what I would like to see on the daily. In the upper right corner, you have yesterday's video, and we are in a very tricky situation with both point of controls. From the all-time highs and for the bottom, the entire range are in here. And coupled with the fact that from a technical standpoint, we need a pullback. Also, from a long-term investor standpoint, we would like to see some of these fair value gaps being filled and just take more people in this side of longer term into an all-time high breakout. I don't want to just consolidate here and just skyrocket to the upside. So having said that, let me just go through the 15-minute chart, because I love this time frame, because you can see it's in between the 1 and 5 minute and the 1 hour and the 30 minute. It's a good quick time frame, but it also provides more higher time frame vision. It's not the 1 hour, but it's something that can already show you what is higher time frame doing. And we've been, since the start of the week, Monday, big push, but then chop, and today is just a sell-off. It's just a sell-off in a pretty important way on a 30-minute chart, because we are in this zone. You remember the gap that we cleared yesterday? There was also all these price action that happened late July that we are trying to clear. And this up here was one of the things that I would like, that I was watching, because basically this fair value gap, this 30-minute fair value gap, is the one that I showed you. And then above, we have this liquidity. And inside the fair value gap, we have some kind of liquidity. And that's exactly what we did. We pushed higher. Let me just show you on the 1 minute time frame. We were during the overnight just shooting higher, having some divergences, SMTs in between the Nasdaq and the ES. Finally taking yesterday's liquidity and even more. So when we are so overextended and we are in a situation in which we have a big fair value gap right here, We took liquidity. I was just waiting for a Fibonacci entry and I couldn't find my setup. My setup was basically trying to find the 50% of this candle. This was, I think it was the 5-minute candle. Let me just show you. Yeah, it was a 5-minute wick, and I put a Fibonacci in here, and I was waiting for this level, 20,012, and I never got the opportunity. We got the rejection, but I mean it's not clear, and I don't want to short this market without an A+ setup. I hesitated here because we got this bullish fair value gap that got run through, retest below the 45 EMA is one of the setups, and this was a clear short right here. But I hesitated, and at the end of the day, I didn't trade today. I'm waiting for this kind of stuff. So let me just show you what we cleared and how am I standing for tomorrow, Friday. For tomorrow, we cleared this 15-minute order block. We cleared also this liquidity, and we did the same down here, below 20,000. So 20,000, we tapped that, by the way, and we rejected. So I think there's a clear intention in this move to really go lower. We have this big zone of accumulation, and I think this order block has a couple of nuances that I would like to show you. This line, if you are following this channel, you know that this is last week. In this case, I think it's high. It's last week high. Last week low is down here. We got a pretty big week last week. So we are coupling on the 15-minute chart. We are coupling last week low. We tapped liquidity and we are inside the order block. If we go below this week, I mean, we might open perhaps this level here, 620s, and I don't think we are going to open 500s. That would be insane. From settlement to there, that would be 1.91. I mean, we are quite weak today. This is a bear trap, a bull trap of a book from book. So this 15-minute needs to hold, and I am preparing for a reversal. We have this 5-minute order block. This is gone. This might be here. So this order block, it's rejected. So this no longer applies. But we have this one. And both are still bearish. And I mean, unless we just swipe the lows and we reclaim value today, I wouldn't just take any long because the downside can open really, really fast. This price action here can open really fast. We are at levels of Monday. So we are clearing a lot of longs. I think open interest is going to be crashed tomorrow. That's one of the things that I would like to see. And nothing else. In the 1-hour chart, we are below both points of control, and we are entering again in this zone of accumulation. So I would just see if we can have a manipulation move down here from today's lows, and if not, if we push and reject again, forget about longs because we are so weak that I think we are going to go way, way below, perhaps 100 or 200 more points. So pretty difficult day. Again, volatility overnight was following Europe squeeze, and then due to the data in the US, we are quite in the red. All the Magnificent Seven are really, really, really weak. Dollar, it's pushing. Yields are pushing quite a lot today, 2% on the 2-year, and the 10-year is also pushing, and the Russell is also getting crushed. It's getting crashed along with RSP. It's ticking a little bit. It's pushing this narrative of let's just invert what happened with the Black Monday last week. But I don't see, I mean, we are up here in the RSP. We are clearly seeing some kind of move to small caps, but we are in a situation in which if we reject here, we might see lower pricing. The Nasdaq is quite weak. The ES is super close to all-time highs. We were today's open, it was only 1.40 away of all-time highs, but obviously Nasdaq is way below. So I think our best opportunity is to just wait for a big sell-off and big zones to open. One of these zones, as I told you yesterday, we have two zones. We have two fair value gaps down here, and I would like to watch both of them. One of them, it's at 400s or 300s, and the other one, which I as an investor would be very happy to find Nasdaq below 19,000. Anything can happen, and that would be, honestly, let me just show you, that would be on discount from the bottom. Let me just, we would be at discount at 18,680. In this fair value gap, we would be almost at discount at 50% retracement. So I think we have to really be patient. We have, after today's move and after today's data, I don't think Nasdaq is prepared and no one is willing to go higher. Maybe I'm wrong, but what I can see is certain levels just being crushed. And we are going to see a lot of liquidity being taken, and then we might find our opportunity to catch some kind of bottom. Today, it's looking, if you are waiting for this market to do a spike like this, I wouldn't count on that. So patience again. Tomorrow, let's see. As always, if you found this video useful, please give it a like. Support the channel by subscribing, because I upload videos like this one every single day for market forecast, market updates, and market recaps. I appreciate your time as always. Remember that the trading days is not over yet. We might see some more downside. I'm seeing this volume node down here at 600s. So be really careful, because we might see more downside and you don't want to ruin your day going into the close. So patience, discipline, risk management are key for your success. Stay safe, everyone, and see you tomorrow.